Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list of some of the best Lego sets that have come out in 2024. Now, not every Lego set maybe you'll agree with, but I just grabbed about 20 Lego sets which most people consider to be some of the best of this year. So we've got them all lined up here and then I'm going to be putting them into this tier list. So let's just jump straight into it. Starting us off, we have the Droideka. This is the buildable Droideka set. I think most people really do like this Lego set. It's really grown on me actually. I've seen it built in person now. And I think I'm gonna put it, I'll put it in great. I don't think Lego could do this Lego set much better, to be honest. They did as good a job as they could do with the buildable Droideka. So I'm very pleased with it. I do think it probably deserves to be in great. Next up we have the NASA, is it the Artemis shuttle? I think I'll put this in good. I've never really been a fan of the kind of NASA ships, but I can appreciate they do look very good and they're rather cheap in comparison to some of the other themes, so that's always worth bearing in mind. But yeah, it's quite a size. I do believe it's a little bit smaller than the barad set, but nevertheless it's still a very good looking set, so we'll put that in good for now. Next up we have the Snow White Cottage, and I think I'm going to put this in good simply because the cottage doesn't have a back to it, which was a little bit of a downside in my opinion, so we'll put it there. But other than that, the minifigures were great, and from the front on it's a really nice little display piece. Highly recommend it. Next up we have the buildable Stitch. I'm going to put this in okay. It was never really my cup of tea, to be honest. If it will move. Lagging up a little bit here. Yeah, it was never really my cup of tea, if I'm going to be honest, but it sold very well. It's probably one of the best selling Lego sets at the moment. It sold out quite a lot on the Lego online store, and it's really hit and miss as to whether you can grab it in your local store. So people clearly really like it. But nevertheless, I'm just going to put it in okay for now. Next up we have the 2023 F1 McLaren Formula 1 race car, and I'm going to put this in good. I do really like the look of this Lego set, but the thing that really holds it back is just so many stickers. So that's a bit of a downside for me, but it's a great looking Lego set. A little bit maybe on the expensive side. I do believe it's one of the more expensive Speed Champion sets, but very good looking set nonetheless. Next up we have the buildable R2-D2, and I'm going to put this in great. I think this is a really good value for money set. Although, I mean, I say that, I probably would still wait for the 20% discounts. They've already started here in the UK. You can find it as cheap as about £60 to £65 now online, which is much more reasonable than the, is it 80 or 90 pounds asking price for retail. Price aside, it's an amazing looking Lego set, and to think that it's more than half price from the older version of the R2-D2, the kind of UCS version, so to speak. They did a really good job kind of downsizing it, but keeping it true to the R2-D2 look. And it even comes with that really nice Darth Malak minifigure, which, you know, is worth buying this Lego set just for that. Next up we have the Dune Ornithopter, and if you follow me on Instagram you'll know that I actually built this recently. I'm a massive fan of the Dune movies, but I was really let down with this ship, so I'm going to put it in overrated. I just don't think it was that good. The minifigures, don't get me wrong, were fantastic, but the build itself was a real slog to get through building it. And even when it was finished, it doesn't even look like a finished product in my opinion. So I was very disappointed with it. Yeah, so it will stay in overrated. Next up we have the Ambush on Mandalore. Now this set hasn't actually come out yet, but I think it's a really good looking set. It looks very promising. We've got some really good reviews out there at the moment. So I'm going to put this in good. I do think it's a very good looking set. The Super Commando minifigures are absolute chef's kiss. 9 out of 10s there. The Mandalorian minifigures are also very good, but it's just, what I love about this Lego set is that there's just so much playability to it. Coming in at £20 or $20 in the US, you can just have so much fun. It's going to be a great army builder for both the Mandos and the Super Commandos. So yeah, really look forward to getting my hands on this one. And it kind of leads us nicely into the next Lego set, the Pacifistler versus the Moff Gideon Lego set. And I'm going to put this in great. I think it's a great Lego set. I really like the build, first of all, the kind of bunker, the shield doors coming down. Really nice. Again, lots of playability to be had with this Lego set, and the minifigures are absolutely phenomenal. So we'll put it in great. Next up is a Lego set that likely most Lego Star Wars fans are desperate to get their hands on, and that is the Commander Rex Y-Wing Microfighter. And I'm going to put this in Modern Classic. I think it's going to be one of the best, if not the best selling Lego set, certainly best selling Lego Star Wars set of 2024. Everyone is going to want to get their hands on this Lego set simply for the Captain Rex minifigure. It's the same one that comes in the UCS Venator, so I actually think it's a very good minifigure. Don't get me wrong, probably a downgrade from the 2013 version, but nonetheless, it's not as bad as some people made it out to be. Comes with really nice arm printing, the chest piece isn't too bad, the helmet's not bad. The only downside is the legs, but nonetheless, the Lego set in itself, I think, is very good. The Y-Wing Microfighter is really decent. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be grabbing one of these, as are likely most of you guys. Next up is the Batman the Animated Series, the art piece. I'm going to put this in good, I think. I'm not really a fan of the art pieces, so maybe I'm going to be a little bit biased on this. It's probably one of the better art pieces, but nonetheless, I don't think it's anywhere near going to be like a modern classic or anything like that. But I don't think it's overrated at the same time. So that's where we stand with that. Next up is the Boarding the Tantive 4. I'm just going to put this in okay for now. The minifigures are rather lackluster. Yeah, the Fives minifigure wasn't that great. It could have been a lot better, if we're going to be honest. The Darth Vader minifigure is just so common now. He seems to be in just about every Lego set. And then you've just got some Rebel Troopers, Captain Antilles and 2 Stormtroopers. The set does have quite a lot of playability. I do like the look of the Tantive 4 hallway. That's pretty good. But other than that, I think it's a rather mediocre set. Next up is the Clone vs Droid Battle Pack. And if you know me, if you've been a fan of the channel for long, I'm a massive fan of this Lego set. I'm easily going to put this in Modern Classic. It's one of the best Lego battle packs we've had in years, in my opinion. And I just think it will go down as one of those, a real cornerstone of Lego Star Wars. We can all look back in probably 5-10 years and think, wow, remember when Lego actually did a £25 or a $30 battle pack, which included 4 clone minifigures and 5 droids. It's just an awesome Lego set, let's be honest. So I think it easily deserves to be a Modern Classic. Next up is the Dungeons and Dragons set, and I'm going to put this in great. I think it's a great looking Lego set. The inclusion of the dragon on top of the kind of building looks very good. I think most Lego fans will easily say that it's worth getting probably. In the UK, I do believe it retails for about £350, there or thereabouts. So it is a rather expensive Lego set. Maybe it's probably worth buying when it's on a discount or something. I didn't rush to go buy it personally, but nevertheless, it's a really good looking Lego set. Good minifigures and just has amazing displayability factor about it. And the next up is the Sith Infiltrator. I'm going to put it in overrated, although if I'm going to be honest, I don't think many people rated it in the first place. The minifigures are decent. The Darth Maul minifigure doesn't look very good with the eye printing, the no pupils. The only thing that made me put that Lego set on this list is simply the Saw Gerrera minifigure. I think that is a fantastic minifigure. Definitely one that I want in my collection, but I'm going to hold out till this Lego set is a lot cheaper. Next up is the TIE Interceptor. I'm going to put this in good. I think it's, to be honest, a rather run-of-the-mill UCS Lego set. I do like the look of the Interceptor as it is. I've got the PlayScale version, but I didn't rush to go buy this day one. I don't think it's that good or that worthy of a day one purchase in my opinion, but lots of people do like it, and it is a very striking Lego set, and I'm sure it looks fantastic on display. Next up is the Imperial Star Destroyer. Now this one hasn't even been released yet. This is scheduled to come out in August, I do believe. and I think I'm going to put it in okay. It's just, the proportions look off in my opinion. It doesn't look long enough. It looks far too wide, a bit chubby or short in my opinion. Um, yeah, that's the only thing. I think the minifigures are fine. It probably could have maybe done with one or two or more minifigures. Comes with that nice Cal Kestis minifigure. But yeah, it's something's just a bit lacking, and I'm not too sure at the moment how it's going to look on display. I just simply I think it pales in comparisons to previous versions of the Star Destroyer. But Lego have obviously tried to scale it down a little bit to try keep up with the price. They don't want to raise the price too much. They want to try keep it under $200. So yeah, I think that's where we are with that Lego set. Next up is the Stitch Brickhead set, and I think I'm going to put this in great. It's one of the best Brickhead sets currently available, maybe the best. No, actually, the Wally and Eve Brickheads is probably the best, but this one is probably a close second. Again, it's a Lego set that sold out quite a lot, very popular, and it's just a great looking set. So I think we'll put it in great. Next up is the Harry Potter sorting hat. Now, I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I've never seen the movies, so I can't exactly speak to how accurate the Lego set is, but it's a good looking Lego set. I think we'll put it in good for now. I think that's about where it is. I think I kind of recognise the sorting hat. I've been to Florida Universal Studios and the Wizarding World there, and yeah, I do recognise the hat. It does look pretty good. I'm sure it would look very good on display, and it's probably a must-have if you are a Harry Potter fan. So I think it's justified being there. Next up is the Batmobile, the animated series version. Overrated in my opinion. Some people do like it, but I think most people, the kind of general consensus is it was just far too overpriced. And I'm not too sure on the colour scheme. I would have preferred it in black. Yeah, just a little bit disappointing. I'm definitely not going to be picking this Lego set up. So that's where we are with that. And that leads us now, guys, to our final Lego set of today, the Lego Lord of the Rings Barad. Where do I think this ranks? You know me, modern classic. Any day of the week, it is a modern classic in my opinion. It's one of those Lego sets, again, years to come, this Lego set will just be so expensive. Just have a look at the Tower of Orthanc, and I think this Lego set surpasses that. It's just such a striking Lego set. I've even had friends kind of tag me in posts about it, saying, am I going to buy it, even though they're not into Lego, but they appreciate just how good a Lego set this looks. I just kind of wait to get my hands on it on June 1st. Yeah, everything about it I love. The look of the build, the Eye of Sauron, the minifigures are fantastic, the interior is great. It's just got everything going for it. And if this doesn't bring on a total revitalization of the Lord of the Rings theme, I don't know what will. We'll never get a new Lord of the Rings theme. This is it. It's a 9.9 out of 10 in my opinion. Yeah, cannot wait to grab this Lego set. Anyway, guys, those are some of the best Lego sets that have come out in 2024, and I've ranked them from modern classic to overrated. Have a look at this list. Do you agree with me, or do you think I've got it totally wrong? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget as well that I am doing the giveaway of the rare King Theoden minifigure. That will be taking place June 25th. So if you want a chance to win that minifigure, do be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, comment on this video, and that'll be putting you in with a chance of winning that minifigure. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.